So here we are again, still in the van, still doing some work on my closet project. Still haven't traveled any place, so still working on stuff around the around in the driveway, I guess I should say. So I'll show you my progress so far. So as you saw in the previous video, I got the base built. So now we're working on getting this wall finished up over here. So I added a couple support posts here, but not really support, but this is going to be, we're just going to do some more of this stuff. I got more of it down in the basement of the house here right now, so we'll just go get some more of that. Cut it out to shape there. Probably take, let's see, yeah, I take slightly more than 2 panels, so it'll probably overlap them or something, I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to start down here, and then we're going to add on to it to seal this up, stuff it full of the insulation as I go. And you can see I also added in a kind of a conduit. Got it for $1 over at Round's Hardware. That works perfect. Comes out down here. So I'll route the power cord for the fridge right through this, and there's plenty of room for additional cords if I need them. So gives me a conduit. Just goes inside this space right now. Here we'll put some brackets on the side panel there to keep it attached to the wood and out of the way. And I can route wood through wires through the conduit that goes under the bed over to the other side to the electrical area. So it'll work. It's not great, but it'll work. as is most things in my van project. As I said before, I'm not a carpenter, but I managed to make this stuff work. You know, my builds never look great, but they hold up, and that's the important part. This thing's strong. Yeah, this is quite strong, so it's going to be a good setup here. I'm looking forward to getting this finished. But yeah, we're making some really nice progress here. Get this wall here finished, and I can start building the frame around it. So yeah. Yeah, it's coming along. So like I said, the next thing is I got to dig out these panels here, more of these. It's not going to take much. Probably one piece will cover this whole area. I don't know. We'll see, but get this insulated. It's going to be good. It's going to be good to have this part of it finished finally. It's been a while, so it's going to be good to have it finished. Okay, it's been a few days since the last clip, and as you can see, I made quite a bit of progress here. Got the wall pretty much all finished, all insulated. There's a little bit of gap here that I still need to seal up. Once I've got the closet built, I'll put a wood trim that will cover that up. I got the conduit pipe in, so that'll run multiple cords in and out of this area here and keep it out of the way of the closet that way. We've got access into this space over here, and we're ready to actually start putting together the frame of the closet. Now I've got these parts right here. These is the frame for the second shelf. So this is the first shelf that's on here now. This is going to be the second shelf. This is the frame that's going to hold it. Push the mattress back a little bit to get that to fit right. We're going to get this all bolted into the base here first. And then I'm going to build the bracket for the other 2 shelves after that, which will mount on this and go all the way up to the ceiling. But I wanted this part to be back a little bit further so I can reach into this space over here. I'll show you. I want to keep this open, accessible in case I want to reach stuff. If I had put the leg from the ceiling all the way down here, then it would have come down right in the middle of it and would have made access difficult. So we're going to work on that. But first thing I've got to do, I got to mark off where the screws are, because these are getting bolted in on top of the screws that are on here. So I'm going to make a couple of marks on in front of every screw, so I know where not to put screws in on these things. Alright, so now I know where all those screws are. I'll mark these ones back here. Let's see. Okay, so that, and that. There we go. I know where those screws are. This pencil will easily sand off later on, so I'm not worried about that. As you can see too, I put those smaller screws in too. I got a case of 1 1/4 inch screws, so nothing's sticking through anymore. So it's nice and solidly built now. So And I did a much better job building these. We'll explain about that a little bit later in the video too, what I did to improve my construction techniques a little bit here. So I think these actually came out pretty good, all things considered. Let me see if I can get this into the right spot now. Hopefully you guys have enough light and we're not getting that annoying flicker effect. Okay, push that in. There we go. You can see. Let's see. Oh, it wasn't enough. There we go. Line, 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 line. Okay. Let's see if we can get the first screw in. It's the wrong size. Of course it is. Alright, different head on the driver in hand. See if we can get this to go in right. Okay. Alright. Now we gotta get this lined up right where I want it. Yeah, it's the wrong type of head, but it's what size I have, so. Get this right. Yep, this is going to be a challenge. Oh boy. Ah. The first screw is always the toughest. Okay, so we got these fully installed. Jackalope approved. Now this one's got a little bit of a wobble to it. This one's I got it bolted into the bed frame a bit here too, so this one's nice and solid. This one's got a little bit of wiggle to it, so I'm going to add a cross piece to the back here. So I got to measure how long that piece needs to be. Once the shelves are put on here, they'll be bolted onto both sides of these anyway, and it'll be nice and stable. But for now, we want to make sure this thing stays stable here while I'm building it. So this area is just under 20 inches. So I need a cross piece just under 20 inches that can go in the back here and give a little bit more support to this. So this is where I'm going to show you how I've been improving my construction technique. So I'm down here in the messy basement at the moment. And so this is what I want to show you how I set up down here. So one of my biggest problems when working on this woodworking stuff is when I'm cutting the 2x4s and 2x3s and things like that. I've been using my circular saw for that, a little battery-powered circular saw. And the problem is I can never, ever get a straight cut, no matter what I do. I've tried everything I can with this. When I'm trying to cut those boards, I can't get a straight cut. So, I dug out my dad's miter saw. Compound miter saw. This is straight cut every time. That has definitely improved the build considerably. So this is what I'm working with down here now. Alright, so I got a board here that I'll be using to make the cross piece between those two sections. Like I said, it needs to be just under 20 inches, so I'm just going to mark that off quickly. And 3/4 should do it. Or 19 3/4, excuse me. And 19 3/4. 19 3/4. Alright. And yes, I got a nice shelving set up here, so I've got all the tools I need while I'm working. Yep, it's a little loud. Let's see. Come on, you. Tight fit. Boy. Oh. That's how I wanted it, right there. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. That'll work. I just got to get it screwed in there. And not screwed up. These will be long enough. Okay. Yeah, nice and solid now. All right. Now we're ready to start designing the upper part. We have a couple more shelves. We're making some progress here. All right, it's several days later from where I was. And I just want to apologize to everybody who wanted to see me building this cabinet. But I didn't get much of it on video, I'm afraid. Sorry. But this is the, well, it's not finished. I was going to say the finished product, but it's definitely not finished by any means, but it's functional. So yeah, I've got the, I did a hard push to get this finished, and it means I didn't pull the camera out, because I wanted to get this done before I went on my next trip, so. So I think I got it there. I think we're ready to travel now. We started loading things back into the van again and everything else, but yeah, this is what I had in mind. So I got a piece of 1/4-inch plywood paneling down on the side here. Yeah, I put screws in it. Probably would have been better if I put brads in it, but I'm going to be painting this whole thing anyway. Got 4 shelves, 4 big shelves on it. Yeah, I decided to put the shelves towards the side again. I was talking about putting it towards the front here, but I just had this vision there of having to do like a hard stop because somebody cut me off on the highway or something, and having everything just kind of in the shelf coming flying out the front of it. And, and since I can't really do a door on it here, there's no room for it. The door will just get in the way when I try to open it. I decided to put it to the side here. I did add some 2x3s across the front of each shelf to keep the stuff in there, and hopefully that holds the stuff in. We'll see. I get on my back on the road again. I started loading the stuff into it. So it's not quite organized the way I want it yet. I've got too much stuff in different places. But this shelf has the small appliances and the waters. This one's all the food. This one here is electronics, mainly my camera, video stuff, all that stuff there. And this one's just odds and ends like dish towels, regular towels, some cooking tools, that sort of stuff. So that's it. And then I got the opening down here, but I've got it buried with firewood at the moment. But this is the opening down here where I've got some more food stuff. I may actually add some small shelves along the front of it too. I could do my spice rack and that on here, which would be nice. And have access to all that stuff. I do want to put like a wood trim on the front to finish it up, to make it look nice. So it basically cover up all this, because the shelves themselves are just OSB. half-inch thick OSB, the particle wood stuff. It was cheap. I like cheap. I don't have a lot of money, so whenever I can do things cheap. I mean, the whole ceiling in the van is that OSB, and actually I think it looks pretty nice in here, to be honest. I like the effect the OSB has, but anyway, so that's the plan. The other thing I'm thinking I might do is make this shelf a pull-out shelf. So when I'm sitting here cooking a meal there and I need to reach food, since this has all the food on it, I just pull the thing out, grab what I need, push it back in again. It'll have sides on to keep the stuff from falling out, so I might work on that as a later project for this. I actually didn't bolt this shelf down, so hopefully it stays in there when I start moving the van. But the others are bolted in, but this one isn't because I'm planning on doing a slide-out shelf on it. So, and of course this is all going to be covered at the base of it there to make it look nice. But yeah, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to work out really well. Let me show you how I did the other side too. I did the other side wall a little bit different. So back here I just did the same laminate flooring that I did on this wall and this side of it, which I'll also be doing on that wall when I get to doing it. So I decided, you know what, I had enough material to do this. It only took 2 of the panels to cover this whole section up here. And it matches in with that. It creates kind of a different look in the bedroom area from the rest of the van. The cabinets and everything else in the van, I'm painting blue. I actually picked up some paint from Round's Hardware when they were part of their retirement sale. So I got some really good prices on some nice paint. So I got some blue paint for the cabinets. Got some teal for the front wall when I actually get around to building it. And that's what I'm going to paint this cabinet with too, the closet setup. So I think it's going to work out well. So I got everything loaded up and ready for my next camping adventure, which will be coming up really soon. In fact, that'll be what you'll see in the next video. I think this is where we're going to finally end this one. It's been probably covering about a week span now, working on this cabinet and everything. So it's been a fun project. And I finally got a closet. A storage closet. Where I keep all the clothes over my bed. I guess that can be called a closet too. I don't know. So I got 2 closets in my van now. Anyway. Hey, it's my van. I can call them whatever I want. Alright. I think we're done with this now. We got to finish getting things ready for the next big adventure. Alright, so with that, remember, slow down, enjoy life, and always be kind. We'll see you guys on the road real soon.